I seem to see that no one on their team really wants to shoot the ball except for number 33, Galami. And now that he has Eric Wiggins on him, one of Norristown's best defender and probably one of the best defenders in the state, it's going to be harder for Quakertown to score.
That's exactly right. They really don't have many options once you get past Galami. Wiggins is doing a beautiful job shutting him down since he joined the game. At this point, I guess Coach Keeler is hoping that one of the other players step it up, possibly Scott Funk with some three-point shots. And if someone doesn't step it up for Quakertown, we're going to have not a whole lot to talk about for the rest of the evening. But obviously, this is very much in the home team's favor, and you'd much rather see it this way than any other way, especially on senior night.
Big.
Danny Evans enters the game as Mr. Schaefer predicted. The rest of the faces are familiar. They've already been on the floor. Eric Wiggins shows ball and then pulls up on the jump shot. Brad Weldon gets the rebound. Double clutch. Nice strong move inside. Could have had the foul. Settles for the field goal. 28-4. Norristown opens up as they had left off. Once again, the full court pressure. McGee trying to keep his troops sharp. Weldon giving Galami plenty of space outside on the perimeter. They're trying to work the ball into Regan. Nice deft touch for the big man. Mike Regan gets some good positioning. Regan looks like he's going to run about 6'5", possibly about 250. He's taking up a lot of real estate. He's a tough guy to defend. If he gets position on you, it could be trouble. Wiggins inside to Marcus Green, who gets fouled by Scott Funk.
Doesn't have the quickness, though. Regan doesn't seem to be very quick underneath the basket. Not saying that Lee Fowler is a speed demon, but he's definitely faster than Regan. Regan seems just to be a body inside.
He is just a body inside.
But he does have 1/3 of the Quakertown scoring, so it's something.
1/3 of their scoring and 1/3 of their girth as Green goes up. Makes the first of his foul shots. This is going to be key. Norristown gets a nice opportunity here to hone their foul shooting ability. Green makes both, extends the lead to 24 points. He now has 10 on the evening, 30-6. Norristown on top. Green working the ball up to Galami, pulls up for the J, long. Marcus Green with the board, sees Wiggins down court. He pulls it out to set up the offense. He's working against Alabak. Three-point shot is up and it's good, and that was a tough shot, Jason. Alabak did a pretty nice job getting a hand out there, but Wiggins is hot. That was a great shot.
That was a great shot. Being on the left corner, hitting a three-pointer off the backboard, that's nearly impossible.
Great job by Wiggins. Couldn't ask for much more out of the defender there for Quakertown. Regan with a nice look inside. Detweiler is having serious problems trying to make a bucket. Green, Weldon off the glass, two more for Brad. 35-6, 6:20 left to go, and Norristown firing on all cylinders.
That was a nice heads-up play by Weldon with the head fake.
Good job by the senior. Alabak goes long. Detweiler collects the ball for the rebound, and Funk with his first three-point attempt of the evening off the heel of the rim. Lee Fowler earning his money, grabbing the rebound. And Marcus Green tries to hit the shot. It's going to be tough for Norristown to maintain their edge. They're up by 29 points. And Ali Galami with a three-point shot. 35-9. Norristown is going to have to fight the battle against being complacent tonight. It'd be easy for them to go into neutral and just kind of coast, but you need to try to protect that from happening. Danny Evans throws some junk up off the dribble, but nice job picked off by Eric Wiggins, trying to pick him up. Evans gets the rebound. Green with a nice job getting the ball into Fowler, who goes long. And Norristown doing a beautiful job having their way with Quakertown, and everyone wanted to see Lee put that one down, and Lee was 0 for 3 on that possession alone. But thank God for Brad Weldon doing a beautiful job cleaning the glass, keeps the ball alive, and that was about a 30-second long possession. Brad Weldon finally taking advantage of it and scoring some points. Picked off by Brad Weldon again. We've said his name quite a bit. And Weldon puts another bucket in. He all of a sudden has 10 points in a hurry, tying Marcus Green for the scoring lead for the Eagles. 39-9. This game is a laughable riot. I mean, this is ridiculous.
I think we're on the wrong channel. I think we should be on Comedy Central because this game's out of hand.
I think Norristown's trying to send a message to all those teams heading into the playoffs why they are the #1 seed.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you, Jason. If there are any doubters in this crowd tonight, they're being shown what Norristown is all about. And you have to know that they have not had their 5 starters on the floor at one time yet. These are all different combinations that Coach McGee is setting up, getting ready for the playoffs.
Obviously, he will not have the luxury of being able to work this many people through the lineup in the playoffs. Eric Wiggins picks up the foul against Galami. Galami's a good heady player, plays the AAU in the summer, goes overseas, gets some extra basketball in. He's a savvy player, and right now he's trying to get himself to the line. That's all that seems to be working. We've got a foul down low. It's going to be called against number 20, Mike McFadden for Quakertown.
Moving pick.
Running off the play, as Jason said, moving pick is called. Norristown will take advantage of that. Quakertown is in the penalty, so that means Norristown will be shooting. Wiggins' foul shot rattles out, but knocked off. Well, it looked like it was knocked off the hand of the latest man to come in for Norristown, James Stewart, number 55. James Stewart makes Michael Regan from Quakertown look small. Galami trying to bring the ball off the point, loses the handle thanks to James Stewart tipping the ball away. And Eric Wiggins off the fast break goes for the 3. Comes off the front of the rim. McFadden into the hands of Joe Alabach, the point guard. Danny Evans doing a great job on defense. And Galami short on the 3-pointer. Galami looks exhausted. Maybe he's coming off the flu, but he certainly doesn't look like he's got very live legs. Not even trying to get after that rebound after his missed shot. It's 39-9. We're under 4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Norristown Area High School NASDT presentation of Norristown Eagles basketball. Warm-up game for the playoffs. As we said, Norristown will open up in a week against the winner of the Upper Dublin Springfield Delco game.
That comment just hurt all the Quakertown fans, John, when you said warm-up game. I mean, this is a warm-up game. They're leading by 30 with just over 3 minutes in the first half, but that was a tough one, John.
Well, this is a tune-up. It doesn't mean anything to anyone. Really, it's just an extra scrimmage that they've inserted before the playoffs. 3-point attempt is no good. Quakertown needs about 10 of those in a row to get back in the game. Everything's working tonight. They try to get the ball inside. James Stewart kicks it back out, working it across the top. Milan Dean for the 3. James Stewart in for the rebound with the putback. Makes it look easy. Looks like they're scrimmaging the elementary school team. Unbelievable. Never seen anything like it. 41-9, 2:53 left. I'm glad no one sees this in Quakertown. Norristown led by Brad Weldon and Marcus Green. Marcus is not even on the floor right now. Chris Blake getting set to check in the game. Foul down low, James Stewart.
In watching the JV game, I kind of thought that this game would be a little more competitive, but I guess I'm wrong.
Very well put, Jason.
I have to agree with Jason that the JV game lasted 3 quarters. This hasn't even lasted 2 quarters, and the fans are asleep. They're leading by 30 points. And when have you seen Chris Blake make it into the first half? Not to put Chris down, but there's so much talent in front of him that he usually doesn't get in until a couple minutes left in the game, and already he's in before halftime. Same thing with James Stewart. James is a JV player getting quality varsity minutes here.
This is what perpetuates the winning tradition here at Norristown. Coach McGee, because of his great record and the way that his team handles itself, is able to work some of the younger kids into the game a little bit early and get themselves some seasoning, versus a team like Quakertown, who struggles to stay in every game, needs to go with maybe 5 or 6 players. Ball knocked out. Norristown will retain possession. Marcus Green checks in for Maurice Allen. I think everyone wants to get into this game. It's a lot of fun out there tonight. Everything's working. Brahim Brooks also in the game. He checked in with Chris Blake.
He's Norristown's 3-point specialist.
James Stewart with another bucket. He's got 4 to go along with a couple of rebounds, doing a nice job here in the second quarter. Norristown coaching staff headed up by Tom McGee, who earned his 100th win at the end of last season, assisted by Mike Fink, Kenny Cool, Mike Evans, Scott Huff, Ted Monaco, John Ponton. Quakertown continues to struggle. Dennis Flynn is the athletic trainer here at Norristown Area High School. Jump ball called. Quakertown will keep the ball. 1:38 left, 43-11. Coach Keeler had better check the bus to make sure all his players got off.
I think he has a problem. I think he left half his team at home.
I've seen this Quakertown team play before, and believe me, they did not look like this. Of course, they hadn't played the best team in the state before, so this would be a difficult game for anyone. 3-point specialist Brooks off the mark. Regan gets the board for Quakertown. And Armstrong trying to work the ball inside. He kind of loses the grip on what was happening out there and traveled. Quakertown certainly not helping themselves. Norristown opened up on an incredible 17-0 run. And they've continued that. Another 3-point attempt by Brooks, kept alive on the outside by Chris Blake. It's almost funny to say this, but Norristown's cooled off, actually. Nice job there by Brooks. Into the able hands of Marcus Green, working against Funk. Double pump and pass Alabach, counted. That's his 12th point of the night. 45-11. This is a fast game. There's less than 40 seconds left to go here in the second period. Funk shakes the funk off of himself. He gets the 3-point shot and provides as much offensive spark as Quakertown has seen. Milan Dean with 20 seconds.
Some of the starters over there are looking a little uncomfortable on the bench because they really haven't had to see this very often this season.
That's a good point, Jason. Milan Dean doing a good job creating his jump shot from the elbow. Time winds down here at Norristown Area High School. Scott Funk just misses the half-court attempt. 47-14 at the end of the second quarter. Jason, you've kind of summed it up nicely. Looks like no one from Quakertown wants to take any shots aside from number 33. And the other story tonight is the lack of playing time on the part of the Norristown normal starting 5. What is this going to hurt them? Is this going to make them a little rusty going into the playoffs?
I think it's going to help them a lot because everybody on the bench needs to get a little bit of experience because you never know when you need to check into the game. Somebody could get into foul trouble. You just never know.
Also a great reward for all those hard hours that they put into practice, and we will rejoin you for the beginning of the third quarter here at Norristown Area High School. I'm John Price, joined by Neil Schaefer, and the new addition to the broadcast booth here, Jason Session, and we'll be back with you for the start of the third quarter.